Trapping plays a very important role in modern-day wildlife management. Professional wildlife biologists monitor fur-bearer populations to maintain a healthy and sustainable harvest of this important, renewable natural resource. Trapping provides recreation and income for licensed trappers across this country. Hoosier Trapper Outdoors is brought to you by Hoosier Trapper Supply. J3 Outdoors, manufacturer of the Hags Bracket and Body Trap Spring Clip. Leatherwood Creek Trapping Scents. Weeby Knives and Fur Handling Tools. HTS Productions. Hoosier Trapper Deer Scents. And Leatherwood Wildlife Art.
All right, welcome to episode 15 of Hoosier Trapper Outdoors Season 6. Hey, I always stand in front of our trapper's cabin, which we built in front of, here in the shop. And we just figured a Trapper Supply needed a trapper's cabin. So this time we're actually on the inside of the trapper's cabin. And so we got it finished out. Got Buffalo here on the bed, the whole thing. So anyways, we thought just change it up a little bit and sit in here and do the entrance to the show. This episode will be back in New Mexico. And as I was saying before, we had a great time down there and completely different for us. While when this show comes out, we will actually be back down there trapping and filming for Season 7 of Hoosier Trapper Outdoors. Hey, I want to thank everybody for all the views and support. I want to thank all the subscribers and welcome all the new subscribers. I want to thank everyone for the orders that they've placed and stop by the store and that kind of thing. Just that kind of support is basically the bottom line as to what keeps all this going. So we sure appreciate all that support. The other thing is I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Weeby Knives and Fur Handling Equipment, and also Hags Brackets, the maker of the bracket and the Hags spring clips. So we appreciate you guys. So anyways, hope you enjoy the show.
I don't think anything's come through up there. My guess is if it does, well, it's a perfect location. So let's see what happens. I like we always say, we wouldn't set it if we didn't think it was a good spot. But I mean, that spot up there, that pinch point between the canyon and the rock wall and the whole thing, it's perfect. So hopefully we got enough time to wait it out. That's, when you take these trips, we're on a 10-day check trip, so this is check day 4, and hopefully we got enough time to put something together here as far as a catch. So such big country, this animals move a lot, and you just got to wait them out. So all right, check day 4. We just got done on kind of one canyon area here, 26 sets in there. None of them produced anything. I don't think we had any noticeable visits or anything at all, which tells me there wasn't any visits, unless they were further out and didn't commit to the dirt pattern. The as I was saying earlier, I think that the country's big, and you just got to wait for this stuff to come through. There's not the population of animals in this area per square mile like maybe we have at home or other places that we've been, but the animals here are awesome, so it's all relative. We've got I think 32 more sets to check, or 31, and that's where we're heading to now. Is where we caught the cat the two cats and the gray fox. So it certainly has produced for us. So we'll see how it does today. But anyways, we'll keep you posted on the day. It's I think we're going to meet up with Adrian later today for a while. We're going to go look at another area to set, and I think he might tag along with us or show us around or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. Either way, we're heading to a different area to take a look at it and hopefully get some traps in the ground. And it'll be it's probably 50, 60 miles from where we are right now, so it'll be completely different. So anyways, we'll see how that goes. We'll keep you posted. All right, still on check day 4. We're in this we're in a different area than we were just in. We've got, now it's a little hard, the tracks, I mean, it's probably a coyote the way we got this right here. That's definitely a coyote. But this is super sandy here, and the cows have been in here. We've walked in here. It doesn't matter where you walk, you're gonna leave some sort of sign. So, and the sign remains here. It's pretty old. Some of it is. But, I mean, you tell they're scratching here. Oh, that's definitely a coyote. Scratching here, stepped right there, went back here and dug from the side. You know, he just one of those coyotes that's probably seen these sets before. He obviously liked what he smelled, but he just got lucky and didn't step in the right place. He's even got the pan cover exposed here. So, and then Justin had a setup, 30 yards up there. Same thing. He came in there, messed around. I don't think to this extent, right?
No, he just pulled the grass out of my dirt hole.
So we're gonna kind of fix this back up and even it out and maybe have hopefully get a hold of him. My guess is when he'll come through here again, he'll check it out. But we missed him, so it's just the way it goes. I think as far as learning about trapping and whatever, this is the kind of stuff where you learn from, and it's just something that occurs. And in a lot of respects, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, but certainly happens and has happened to all of us. Anyways, like I said, the worst thing is when he came through, we got 2 opportunities. He messed with both, and we didn't catch him. So, anyways, we're gonna smooth this out and see what we can do. I'll fix it up and then we'll show you what it looks like. All right, here, this is the way I fixed it up. Coyotes really don't like to be crowded too much, but this is all incredibly natural. It's just pretty much like what we have around here. Move these rocks in here from kind of block the side of the hole. Got some rocks here, kind of forcing through. This is, whether it shows up on the camera or not, this is somewhat dished out, kind of just got that natural contour of the ground where it's a little bit lower, kind of forcing through too. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, you miss out here, and who knows, it might be after we're gone before they come back through. So it sucks, but that's it's just part of it. It's the way it goes. So see what happens. All right, and or almost the end of check day 4. Obviously, we've already checked traps. You knew we didn't catch anything, and we've been setting traps all afternoon.
Picked up Adrian on the side of the road.
Met up with Adrian, and he said, "Hey, we've got another place you might check out." And yeah, it's a neat place. It's completely different. The canyons are real tight. So yeah. It'll be interesting to see how we do here. I don't know if I'm not seeing a lot of coyote sign in here.
No, not really, but the ground's frozen, so
right.
It's hard to tell.
Right.
But the droppings we haven't seen
that
much.
I've seen some gray fox sign, and then of course cats don't leave a lot of sign generally, so we'll see what happens. But we're setting draws, and we'll show that stuff too up against rock ledges like this, and so we have worked ourselves up to 74 traps out, but really more importantly than that is we're at 35 stops. So 35 times we stop the truck and get out and look at traps. So we don't have, we're not going up one valley and we're setting, checking 15 traps. We're kind of spread out. So, which we kind of like to be that way. So,
Yeah.
particularly in this big country.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I'm trying to figure.
Got to adjust your way of thinking when it'd be like you come to Indiana and you go, what?
It's flat and why is there corn everywhere?
Why are animals even living here? So,
I'm
yeah,
excited to see what comes out of this new spot here within the next few days. What could happen? It's totally different.
Yeah.
So.
So we'll just wait and see what happens and keep you posted. We might sneak it into a trap or two yet today, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. So.
Hags Trapping Products by J3 Outdoors, the most versatile and efficient trapping devices on the market.
Rolling?
Yep.
All right. Check day 5. First stop of the day. Had a cat set under here, or whatever it said. We'll take anything we can get, but I did have this little flag here. You haven't seen us use a lot of those on our show, but we used a few this time around. Dirt hole there. Threw a drag up and I showed up and trap's missing out of the bed. Just a little bit of disturbance over here, kind of scratched up, but not a lot. I must have not wrapped that drag really good, but we did find what we were looking for. But I'm surprised how far he got. Let's go and take a look. It's hard to imagine anything getting up this hill with all the brush and stumps. And it's,
Man, this is steep.
yeah, it's steep. Don't drop the camera. No, based on where the set was, my initial thought is if I got caught, run for cover, and this is where I'd go, and sure enough, it's up here. You gonna come, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm coming. Let me have a steady camera here for a second, so I'm not breathing real hard.
We might take a break right here.
All right.
He got pretty far. That makes our third bobcat of the trip. Pretty awesome.
That is very awesome. It was worth the climb.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what happened. Sure enough, came up here. He was waiting on us.
I mean, it almost looked like the trap had been stolen,
Yeah.
because just no disturbance and nothing.
We've had some, things happen in Arkansas where a coyote get 70 yards away from the set, but
Or yeah, some even further. So, yeah.
down in a drainage or whatever. But here, going straight up the hill, that's a new one for me.
Hopefully I'm not breathing too much into the camera.
What looks dead? Reconstructing here.
Not much of a reconstruction on this one.
No, dirt hole's perfect. Even my grass wad and my bait's down in there. Basically just gonna bed the trap back down and make sure I get some wax paper on it and go. Yeah, he took off around that way. The other side of that rock was straight. Crazy.
This is check day 5. I think this is the third check day on this particular set, though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, welcome to check day 5 with this excitement. So,
Yeah, we kind of needed that after yesterday,
yeah, blanking out yesterday.
but we got through the line a little quicker, which gave us extra time to go set up a whole new place, so not worried about it.
It's part of it. Being from Indiana, it sure is nice to have that dirt.
Yeah, this is real nice right here. There's been a few spots a little muddy or rocky, but this right here is real nice. Just smooth this out.
Do you have blocking on this one? So.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some. I had a few sticks, I don't know, must have got drug off. Had a really nice big stick somewhere. Some really light fencing, but sure will work. She's done.
We don't use a lot of tinsel flagging, but it's legal here, so we're doing it. And we're a little off the main path of travel. You know, we're well off the road. In Arkansas, that would just be like steal my trap right there. So,
We'll say here, I'm standing on a trail that wraps around this.
right. Which
Basically,
is,
it's a big saddle. We got two mountains basically coming together, and then this runs down to the main road. And there's some water hole down there too.
right.
I probably would have had the trap further out, but for drag reasons, I had to get closer under that, which is fine for cats.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So.
Yeah, this is a cattle trail, elk trail, and whatever else runs that trail. So.
Right. Yeah. Big game, including elk.
Yeah, we've seen
See
nice,
elk every day we've been here, except for the day that we showed up late to set a few traps.
Yeah, seen elk this morning already.
That's cool. We've seen, what else? Mule deer. That's mainly it for bigger game.
I've been a professional trapper for over 40 years, and in that time, I've skinned literally thousands of animals. I've learned that it doesn't matter how cool a knife looks on your hip. What really matters is sharpness and reliability. And that's why I created the Weeby Wicked Sharp line of replacement blade knives. These are knives that will quickly skin your critters without skinning your wallet. Visit WeebyKnives.com to get the new Monarch folding knife with 3 replacement blades for just $19.95. Weeby Knives, Wicked Sharp.
View is something else.
Beautiful view.
Amazing. Still rolling here on what check day is that?
Check day 5.
Check day 5. I've done lost my mind out here. Check day 5, brand new location. We just set up yesterday. In fact, this was the last stop of last night. And kind of sat over here in these rocks and we got some action. He found a hiding space under this rock.
You got a gray fox under the rock. So I don't know whether you can see it or not, but that's what's going on here.
But good size.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
Yeah, very nice. Justin's having a good day.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We still got a handful left to check in this new area, so. Once again, we're digging out. We got it mud down to the frame on this one.
All right, Justin, what's the update?
The update is You can't even see it. There's a little mountain right here that rolls, and then there's a big one. Of course, we're stuck to the frame. It's filling in with water, mud. Charlie's been digging out with shovel. I just took off to get as high as I could to get the cell phone reception to call Adrian, our buddy, to save us.
And that's one thing nice about these trips, and a lot of times we don't have somebody that we know.
Yeah.
Of course, now in Arkansas we do, but it is nice to know somebody in the area. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can get a little hair. I mean, we had a jack. We jacked the back end up and tried that, and it didn't work. And no momentum to get anything anywhere.
It's just, well, it's hung up in the frame. So.
Right. Yeah. But I eventually made it all the way up there. Beautiful view, but made the phone call, and he's on his way. Hopefully he gets here soon. We still got a couple traps, a handful of traps to check. But as far as getting sets in today, it's really...
It probably ain't going to happen.
Probably won't happen today. But what can you expect? It's New Mexico. The Wild West out here.
I'm thinking dry, desert, dust.
Yeah, this is at home. This is Indiana stuff.
Yeah, this is... So.
It's got some sandy rock down in there.
With so much water standing underneath, it's the problem. So, and it's from the snow melt, and we're right at the bottom of this big mountain here, and we're on this side here, so it's all just drained right down in here. Obviously, we misjudged it when we pulled in here. So,
yeah. Well, we made it yesterday, and I don't know how.
Yeah.
Made it through, set a trap, then going to check it, get stuck. But we'll park the truck over here tomorrow and
we might even pull that trap.
We could. So. I don't know. Maybe if it catches a cat, I'll say this was worth it.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is still check day 5. Got a few more traps to check. We got to get pulled out. Adrian's here to save the day, and it hadn't been a bad day. I mean, Justin caught that giant cat big old tom this morning. First thing, just caught that gray here a few minutes ago. Justin connected on that, so it's been a decent day. So we don't really need this kind of excitement, but.
Heard you needed a hand.
Yeah, we do. Man, that don't look like it was the same tracks as yesterday too. It's like, and there's water. Hey, Adrian.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
You're doing better than me.
We'll put your jacket on, buddy.
I mean, it was, the water just kept coming up. Just kept digging.
Wow.
Saturated. Quicksand.
Keep going, Charlie.
Where's the chain at?
It's fine. Keep going. All right. We made it out.
Adrian saved the day.
Adrian did save the day.
All right.
What a day.
What a day.
Oh, man.
Started out on a super high right here and kind of ended on a little bit of a low, but like Adrian says, well, it's an adventure. It's like, well, some adventures I can do without.
Yeah.
So check day 5's a wrap with Justin catching the cat first thing this morning, which is really exciting, particularly the whole scenario, and then the gray. So,
yeah. Picked up on that gray in this last section here. So
yeah. So it's really a good day, and we got a good friend in Adrian, and it's just that, like I've always said, trappers got this brotherhood of trappers, and they'll, most of us will help each other out. That's for sure. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So
the only downside is being stranded for a few hours. We lost our time to set new traps.
Right.
So earlier though today we did punch in a few as we were going along. I think we added like 4 more traps and that was it. But so I think we're up to 80 traps roughly.
Yeah, 79, 80, something like that. Yeah.
How many stops were you at?
Well, we must be at 38. 36 or 37 stops.
Yeah.
So anyways, big day tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be another real nice day like today, and hopefully got another one of these kitties.
Yeah.
So.
They never get old.
Yeah.
Catch them every day.
Well,
Never gets old.
Well, Justin was climbing the mountain to get phone reception, literally. I skinned the gray fox, so that's the reason it's not sitting here, and I already bagged it up. So, but anyways,
See what happens tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, question and answer. This came through on an email, and don't forget, if you've got questions, certainly email them to us. You can even call us on the phone. We'll try to answer them on the spot, and if we don't, we'll certainly do the best we can to get to it if we don't do it right away. The other thing is a lot of them we'll try to answer here on the show. This one pertained to just being able to trap on the weekends, and if should do anything differently than just a dirt hole set or whatever. Really, we're all limited by the time we have available to trap, and you just have to make the best of the circumstances that you have and the schedule that you have. So, if you're setting traps on Friday evening and then checking Saturday and Sunday, and then either pulling them or flipping them off on Sunday, that's perfectly fine. Obviously, it would be better if you could keep them, active for straight days of 7, 10, 14 days. But like I said, a lot of us don't have that luxury, so we're forced to just trap on the weekends. So to answer that, no, you really don't have to do anything different. You're going to change your sets up as the season goes along, or just for variation. You might change lures or whatever too. If you are setting the same location, the bait that's already in that hole, assuming something didn't come along and dig it out or pull it out when you weren't there, that bait would be just fine. I guess in a way, if that bait is still there and hasn't been messed with, in 2 or 3 weeks, and whether you had a trap there or not, it's probably a good indication that you probably need to move to a different location. Typically, a lot of times you come back to old sets where you pulled traps, and they'll be dug up or the bait removed. So kind of use that as a guideline as to whether you want to stay in that same location or not. So I guess simple answer is no, you don't need to do anything differently, and just work at it, keep at it, and things will hopefully connect while you're with the limited amount of check days that you have. All right, product highlight, and this is kind of a question and answer also. This is was spurred by a question online, and we get this fairly often actually, about sodium benzoate, which is a preservative that you use in bait and lure making. It's actually a food grade preservative, or used in food preservation as well. What we have is actually in a powder form. Some of it comes through as more granulated too. And normally the question goes to how much do I need to mix in with the bait that I have. So if you're working off of a gallon of ground meat as a bait, and you get it to you age it to where you want it to be, and then you're going to add your sodium benzoate to it. So normally these come in 16-ounce bags. Normally I would take about 1/4 of this bag, so about 4 ounces of it, and I always dilute it or dissolve it in hot water, so that when you mix it in with your bait, it's easier to coat everything evenly. So mix it in with hot water, and obviously you don't want a ton of water in there because you don't want your bait getting super liquidy. And then mix it in with your bait. Put the lid back on it, and then 2 or 3 days later, open your lid up, and if the lid pops or if the lid's starting to expand out, like if you're using a plastic lid or whatever, then you know that there's still gas in there, so that means that bait's still working, still aging. So just back up, maybe add 2 ounces this time, stir it back in, let it go a couple, 3 days, and that should stop it at that point. If it doesn't, just add a little bit more, stir it back in, and go that route. But my rule of thumb is normally I'm going to start out with about 4 ounces of this, and then work off of that, and then add more as needed. So if you have the 4 ounces in there, you're not going to get a significant breakdown in 2 or 3 days, because it's going to help considerably in that breakdown process, or to stop that breaking down. So if you're still getting some gas buildup in there, then add some more. Just one real quick tip on aging meat: you can keep it pretty fresh and preserve it pretty much right away, or you can let it go a few days, and then it's going to kind of get that rotten roadkill smell to it. So it's going to be that real tainted, rotten smell, like when I always call it the rotten roadkill smell. Then you can let it go for several months, and it'll actually get well over that hump, and it'll actually get rid of that hard, rotten edge to it. So there's several different perspectives there. They all have some merit to them for sure. The roadkill smell to me is probably the least advantageous one to have. But anyways, it's something you can play around with. It's a lot of fun to play with. Coming up with a bait or lure that you've made yourself and you've went out and caught something with. So anyways, hope that answers the question. And like I said, the sodium benzoate is certainly a product that we sell. It's available in 1 pound or 5 pound increments. And anyways, hopefully that helps you out.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We have the new Hoosier Trapper Supply catalogs. Go ahead and visit us online at HoosierTrapperSupply.com and request one there, or you can just phone us here at the shop and we'll be glad to get you one. And if you're online, go ahead and register with us and we'll get you a newsletter, and that will have anything from trapping updates that are going on with us here at the shop as far as products, show updates. Every now and then Charlie's blog has a link on there. So, and we're going to be running product specials as well through there. So make sure you get online, sign up for that newsletter, and register with us. Also, I want to bring everyone up to speed with kind of a side project we've been doing. It's called the Fur Shed series, and it runs year round. We're going to keep it rolling. There's no set date or time when these things come out. Anytime we feel like there's a trick or a tip or something that could help someone out, we'll go ahead and upload that right here on YouTube. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. And basically what that show's about is the fur shed. Anything inside or around that, as far as fur handling, the trap prep, modifications, things that aren't necessarily dealt with in the field when you're trapping, will be right there in the Fur Shed series. So make sure you follow us and keep up with that. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and talk about the social media. Follow us online. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the list goes on. Find us. We're on there. We'll see you next time.
Join us on March 2nd for the season finale of Hoosier Trapper Outdoors.